Alright, so we're back with some more Astria Ascending. Last time we ended up completing the... what was it, Taurus Temple? I want to say it's the Taurus Temple. So now I've been going around, I found some NPCs with new quests, so we're going to go ahead and pick those up while we have the opportunity to do so. Alicia, I heard you're good with white magic. In that case, I have to ask you for a favor. An unknown disease has been spreading across Arctons and Pescas over the last few days, and nothing seems to cure it. I'd like you to go and see Dr. Sonura at the spring. She's looking for a solution as we speak. Don't worry, I'll do my best. So some of these quests only ever actually get activated once you grab that specific class. And not only once you grab that specific class, but you grab that specific class on that specific character from the looks of it. What a strange way of going about things, but yeah, that's one of the quests that I found so far. I was just we didn't do any actual farming off camera or anything because it seems like we're relatively fine where we are at the moment. I was just going through some of the areas that we haven't been at in a minute just to see if some more quests popped up as a result of it, and it appears to have done so with some point. Sage Sherry, I need some help. What do you need, Alec? I'd like to learn how to master the ways of the assassin. Assassin, huh? I didn't expect you to go down this path. Control and weakening, those are the two strengths of the assassin. Whether it be with weapons or skills, I want you to start by proving your discipline. My discipline? Becoming an assassin means killing without hesitation in the blink of an eye. You don't need to be a monster or crazy, you need to have discipline and to work hard. Amirio calls himself the Duke. He's making people's lives a misery and harmonia. Don't let him get away with it. Sage Sherry, I've never heard you speak like that. It's called discipline, Alec. That's all that matters. AKA, she just wants me to go assassinate somebody for her. It's, you know, basically what I'm getting from that. I mean, yeah, it's certainly a way of doing things. Certainly seems as though the Oases are not exactly uncommon to this sort of thing, considering they seem to be more or less our main proponents so far. Oh, well, where have we seen you before? I also didn't know he was there. I was literally just going down the line of the stuff. Are you the Duke? Yes, who's asking? Oh, it's time, right? Time to get whooped? If that's what you mean, then oh, absolutely.
Let me help.
Well, since we get a free turn, I don't suppose you're weak to light magic by chance, are you? Based on the setup, you would think he would be, but not necessarily, although we did quite good damage to him.
This ends now.
If he is actually considered an assassin, then we don't have to worry about Dark Knight skills out of him, in theory at least. So if light was neutral, how about ping by chance? Neutral? Okay. Go ahead and provoke him with our Ting. At least in theory, provoke him, in case he's got Omni attacks here, in which case it won't matter. How you feel about water damage? You like water? You resist water, alright, fair enough. Go ahead and get the slow on. Slow seems to be a pretty consistent status effect that I can land on people, which is always helpful. Well, you resisted water. How about ice?
What the?
Resist ice as well. Okay, regen. Of course, I don't have Dispel yet, so I can't really do anything much about that. Crystal Break. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It only lasts for 3 turns, so I do actually get my stats back at some point. Of course, I lose the increase on the rest of our characters at that point. But this is absolutely so worth it. 30% increase for this, like, it's beautiful. Deals a large amount of fire damage. I should have been using this over regular. Should have been using this version of fire over the other one, apparently. That was some neutral damage, but I mean, that was some good damage for it not even being... I didn't even have focus on that attack. Earth, he's weak to Earth. Alright. He just hit me for 98 damage. Is this a sad joke? This should do like 0 damage because we just cut your damage by like 30%. Yeah. Basically makes our tank non-existent as a damage dealer, but that's fine. You never really did damage to begin with. A 30% increase to everybody else, though, that is just beautiful. Something tells me we were supposed to get that fight a lot sooner than what we did. Maybe they expected people to pick up Assassin much quicker than what I actually ended up picking it up. We'll go ahead and go back to the Sherry immediately, and then we'll keep looking around for more quests. Just so that way, in case there's something else she wants us to do, we might be able to find it, like, while we're looking for the rest of the quest within the area. Is it done? It's done. Now I know how disciplined you are, we can move on to more serious matters. Control and weakening an assassin's main weapons. Focus on the obscure spells first, that's hiding in the shadows. Use dark skills 10 times. Okay, well, considering we don't necessarily use Alec all that much, and I don't even know if we have dark skills to begin with, that's a bit more of an ask than you would think. Well, you're not a Pisco. I'll have time to take care of you. I have to find a cure for a disease that is spreading amongst the Arctans and Piscos. I know. I'm here to help. Demigod, sorry, your help is most welcome. As you know, the disease is only affecting certain races. We don't know the cause. My assistant must find patient 0 to determine the origins of the disease, but I'm worried he might not manage on his own. He's at the other end of the spring if you wouldn't mind meeting. Alright, looks like we got another little quest down here as well. Echo, I heard that you decided to become a harnesser. Yes, I have. Why that glint in your eyes? Let's just say you got here right on time. A harnesser is close to nature and animals, and strangely enough, one of them is currently endangering our community. Where is it? Wait, you'll need some fire jasmine seeds to catch it. Go and see Coria. She sells seeds at the market. Would I not have these already? It probably just forces me to go over there anyways. But we have another quest over here. Okay, another guy. No, there's so many quests in this area. Is it a desert disease? Oh, sorry, I hadn't seen you. Can I help you? No, I'm here to help you. Sonura sent me to assist you in our research. Really, that changes everything. I'm looking for the origins of a new disease, but I didn't dare leave town to go and see the sick people. Could you go instead? Of course. Where? First the arson, I know for sure that there's a patient there. Alright, so we got all sorts of just fetch quests going on here. I guess we'll go to the market just because it's less of a teleport. Did it really send me instead talking to the NPC? Come on, man. Hello, yes? Did you happen to have any fire jasmine seeds? I did until a few hours ago, and my next delivery will be next year. Next year? Yeah, fire jasmine is seasonal, so each year it's a race. The sage will be angry again. Is there anything else I could try? Maybe, yes. The most recent buyer was a regular customer, so I gave him an extra bag. Maybe I can buy it off him? Maybe. He's on my road. He goes by the name Theta. He lives somewhere between here and Arson. Look for him at the blazing fields? Well, considering I have to go to Arson anyways, which is actually all the way over here, right? He might be like right outside the city, in which case it might not be so bad. I need to talk to somebody here. Excuse me, maybe you're the person I'm looking for. Do you know what made you sick? I thought it was a cold or something similar, but none of the remedies are working and it's getting worse. I knew I shouldn't have spoken to that shady Wheezy. Wheezy? Yeah, she was also coughing, but she assured me she was fine. She had a saleswoman, so I stopped to look at what she was selling, but I didn't buy anything. Is she still around town? No, she had to go back to Wyndham. Alright, well, we're not going to Wyndham right now, so Blazing Fields, you said. Okay, well, Blazing Fields is right here. Alright, well, I guess we'll just look around for this guy for the time being. Quests weren't originally something I was thinking I was going to end up doing more here, but I found that there was a whole bunch of them that I still had to do, so it was like, okay, well, may as well grab all of them. That being said, I still have even more to grab here. Another one at the Harmony Orchard. Kaden, I feel like you've changed. Some new powers? Yes, I'm now an assassin. You already know this, but the skills that demigods can gain were not discovered all at the same time. Assassination was one of the first skills to have been mastered. Well, let's talk about more serious matters. The assassin has two particular affinities, the power of shadows and the debilitation skills. But the core of the job, if I dare say, is death. To test your skills, I'm going to ask you to kill someone. Vitor is an unscrumptious Myra general. He recently betrayed his comrades by siding with Kaisa, a notorious anti-harmony figure. Find Vitor and kill him, be merciless, do not hold back. Man, so much harmony. Yeah, they're like, ah, so much harmony. Harmony this, harmony that. And they're like, but also kill this guy for me. Like, can you just not feel the harmony within all of it? What else we got here? Look for Theta at the Blazing Fields. Libra Temple. I still don't think we actually even have access to the Libra Temple. Talk to Nubia at the Harmonia Temple. Oh man, that's like right over there. That's not even that bad. Wyndham, find the one in the Earth Country, which I think is also Arson yet again. Find the Distillate, find its order in Wyndham. Alright, well, use dark skills 10 times. They really want me to go to Wyndham, but we don't actually need to go to Wyndham just yet. We've got plenty of quests to go through. We've still got some temples to go through. And we got a few steps before we actually even get to Wyndham. There you are, perfect. I heard what happened at the temple. Thank you for protecting him. Here's what I wanted to give you. It was supposed to be a reward for Mander, but he didn't want it. I think he saw his job as a way to make up for his mistake. Looks like I actually might have just gotten another weapon for Ulan here, even though it feels like we had just got one. Except this one's way better. What? Plus 32 strength, plus 6 magic. That's so much strength. Maybe I can actually do damage for once. Another system of Mero. This axe is said to have been forged in the ocean with the breath of a marine god. Alright, well, 178 strength. I mean, that's gotta be the highest strength in my entire party here. Yeah, like my second highest strength is 116. Yet you have 178, yet you always seem to do the weakest amount of damage? I really don't understand. I don't understand. The math ain't mathin'. That's what I'm saying. The math ain't mathin'. Alright. I wasn't thinking this was gonna be a bit more of a quest-filled video. I thought we were gonna go straight into the temples. But considering we can actually do some of these quests, and we might actually be able to get some monster hunts out of the way as well while we're doing these. So this one might end up being a bit more of a collecting some of the quests that we can actually get access to, and all that good stuff. That was actually a Mimby right there. Beautiful. A bag of noisome blood. I hope the thing is okay, good. We immediately found things. Makes life much easier. Quick, let's get rid of this noise. Did you always have that staff before? I guess because we made you a white mage, it doesn't always look like that. Okay, you have 44k HP. I was like, I'm about to just blow this dude away, but no, this guy's got 44k HP. Ew, you're gonna summon reinforcements, aren't you? Right, you know if I like. Awkward. You're weak to ice, I think? You're either weak to ice or you're weak to water. One of the two. No supplement, unfortunate for me. Well, we will test our ice theory. You are weak to ice. Okay, beautiful. guess we'll Omni provoke for the time being. Did we get a preemptive strike on this guy? I think we did. And we did. Alright. Well, there's nothing you can really do at the moment. We're going to cast a Cure. The reason being just to get our Cosmic Break up. There's really not much other he could have done there. And then we're going to slow hit you. That way we've got turn control. Regen, fantastic. I never was able to get the spell because we were always slightly off, so that's great. Thankfully, with the slow, the regen should proc slower, which means we should have more time to actually do damage to him before he can do more here. And actually, we want a crystal break so everybody's attacks do something more now that we have the Omni provoke out. Even though we should have just got like a major increase to our damage here, but I mean, what was it, 32 extra strength or something like that? That's not insignificant by any means. Alright, you're weak to water and ice. Courage, I really don't care what damage you do at this point, so I'm not worried about that. Water worked, ice worked. I mean, I guess ice is just up here, so I don't have to press as much. Hit him for 10? Over 10,000. That would have been a nice time to get a fierceness. There's our fierceness. Oh, look at that damage. That 30% increase. Now, you knew that was going to do some damage, but this much damage, like, man. I wonder if that would actually stack, because Echo could become a harnesser as well, in which case, if I used it on both, would it just stack, or would it actually give me the 30% from both? Because if it gave me 30% from both, that'd be a 60% increase. Ooh, certainly do 0 damage when you use it, though. I mean, that crit did 269 damage. That's what you would call pretty pathetic.
Here we go.
I wonder if I could immediately cleanse the negative stats effects for myself, right? So I buff everybody's by 30%, then I clear the debuffs from myself, and then all of a sudden I just got a 30% increase for like 1 turn, so I get like 2 turns necessarily, more or less, of a 30% increase. Now that would be something. Absolutely annihilated. I'm thinking a lot of these are supposed to be harder than they're supposed to be because you could actually get these much earlier on the game, depending on when you end up picking up these classes. Like, if we would have picked up this class originally, then, you know, this would have been a much earlier fight than this, as opposed to being about 75% of the way through the game. So that's why I'm thinking some of these fights, how the balancing of some of these fights goes. Because, you know, had we had fought that guy earlier and he started spamming minions or something like that, they could have gone far worse. Whereas here, it wasn't as bad. It said it's something else for me to do in the Blazing Fields. I should just have this one marked as the one that we're doing. Lost Dreams? Look for this guy at the Blazing Field. Alright, well. Considering we had just found that one pretty much at the very beginning of this area, I'm going to go ahead and assume that they're just slightly farther in, or they're going to be all the way at like the very end of the area, which would not be ideal. There's no penalty for us just yeeting ourselves off the edge of the map, so I'm a lot more careless about it than I probably should be, since it does take a little bit longer to respawn, but it's not too bad, especially on the PS5 here. Always nice to kill off a big knee, getting that extra 20. At 229, some of us, we were saving a lot of SP for. Use that. I gotta get the Dispel, man. Everybody keeps spamming freaking regen at this point. I don't want to deal with it. White Mage wise, there was something we wanted for you out of here. Increase stats by 20 if we can make our way up there. That's not bad. That's just a weaker heal, so that's not exactly fantastic for us. Accuracy has never been a problem with these, so I'm not worried about that. Your evasion is good. Luck might actually help your support skills proc more. I don't think that's necessarily true, but I mean, it might only just help you get criticals. Our accuracy is kind of low, but I mean, the only reason I would think that we would actually want accuracy on you would be for Wushu abilities, but we're not using Wushu on you at the moment, so there's not really much reason there that I can see. Now, this one was expensive, but we do need it. Agility, I believe, affects turn speed. Accuracy, you're a mage, so it really doesn't matter. So give me the agility. That might actually help you move a little bit faster, which could be good. Roleplay would be interesting, although usually you're the one doing everything, so I don't really know when we would need this. Maybe if I did like some super ultra skill or something like that, maybe that'd be worthwhile. I wonder if this works on cosmic breaks, because if it did work on a cosmic break, then I could get for a 2-for-1 cosmic break, essentially, which if they're weak to it, that could be pretty good. That's also assuming that they would end up being weak to it. Extra mana would never be bad. Like, extra mana is never bad. Like, you just use so much of it as a Dark Knight. Increase of 310 doesn't hurt. Extra support slot. Add 2 up by 14. We can grab magic counter here. Of course, you don't have enough support slots, so I'm probably not going to switch anything out for it anyways. We can pick up purification for our page go there. Increase by 5. It's not bad. It's fine for the time being. Increase by 170. Increase time potion speed by 50%. Enables the use of level 4 ores in combat. Probably something we're looking for at some point here. Not the greatest of increases, but something. At this point, I think you need the mana. You probably need even more mana than that. For the time being, that's what you're getting. 1 for strike, I don't know. It's something, but it's really not enough of a difference maker, I don't think. All these weaknesses. There's actually really not that much left for us at this point. I mean, a 340 stat increase is probably worthwhile. Everybody should be good at this point for that. Alright, so we need to find somebody else within this area. Thankfully, we can just one-shot everything in this area, so it's not like it's a huge issue for us. I definitely gotta watch the ground a bit more, since that tended to be what we were actually looking for. If that original encounter is anything to be based off of. We really don't need the wasted cosmic break here, but half of them are immune to light magic, so we may as well just kill them all off here. We build up Echo's cosmic break like pretty much instantly, so I'm really not worried about using his at all. And this area is like extremely easy for us at this point. I think the game's just bugged right here unless I'm lit, because it shows there's a treasure chest right here, which is, as far as I'm concerned, literally right here, yet it shows as if I haven't picked it up, but I have picked it up. So I don't really know what that's all about, but yeah, that's the thing that happens. This would take us towards the Sagittarius Temple, but there's also nothing really else that could be hiding back there, so I guess if we take it that way, it still considers us at the Blazing Field throughout this way. It still says it over here as well. Looks like we're actually not strong enough to kill off some enemies over here. Although this is a Migme, so maybe that's why that is. See if we can actually kill this guy out on time, and we did. Kind of strange that it wouldn't just insta-kill him for us then, if that's the case, but, you know, at least we actually get to see him in combat for once. Like, that guy immediately died. Like, why would that guy? He was even another big beat. Why would... I guess that other one just barely had enough levels to end up living through a hit. Kind of strange, but alright. I had a feeling it wouldn't quite be this way in terms of, like, where we were actually looking for people. It seems like they want a, it looks like it might follow the general path for this quest, but I figured I would check it out. Have we not seen this guy before? I feel like we've seen versions of him. I don't know if we've actually seen this guy, though, if that makes sense. I mean, you've got an insane amount of HP here. Can I actually just kill you with a... Considering you use Doom, I'm gonna imagine not, but I'll try it. No, we can kill him with it. Alright, well. That seemed like that was gonna take forever to do, so I was like, what if we just don't? You know? I've got the upgraded heat ring now, so I can actually pick up this chest over here. Although it doesn't show a chest over here. So maybe the chest from the area over here is actually supposed to be showing the chest over here. Which would be weird, but maybe, just maybe. Heaven's Whisper. And now it says we have 100% completion, yet it gave us a chest over here. Okay, that makes sense, and no one ever. Alright, what the heck is a Heaven's Whisperer, huh? Are you an item by chance? I imagine that's just gonna be all like level 4 ores. Are you a weapon by chance? Looking like no so far. Apparently we're missing like half the weapons in the game, which really doesn't feel like should be the case. But maybe we just got that many hunts and quests and whatnot left to do. I mean, we haven't prioritized them too much throughout the gameplay so far. Alright, so you're not a weapon. I don't imagine that you're a shield, but we may as well check it. Not that. How about a helmet? No, okay. Armor, I would assume no, but at this point I don't even know where I'd be looking for it. Accessory, potentially. Guess that would make more sense than regular armor for it to be an accessory. No, okay. Monsters, no. Achievement, job, no. Map. What? It just exists? Oh, wait a minute. Can I put it on Fedora, maybe? Okay, that's a Fedora thing. Plus 300 health. What does that actually mean for us? I don't know. Maybe that just means we can survive another hit or two. Cool, I guess. That was, you know, really not exactly what I was looking for, but it's something. I guess we can teleport to this one over here. I think it's like the path between or something like that, roads between. And then we can work our way backwards, and then we can work our way forward since we skip a few rooms by doing it this way. Just to make sure that we're not missing it, because as far as I'm aware, it can spawn more or less anywhere on some actual ground. I'm sure it has like said actual locations, but I just don't know for sure. So there's that. We did check out that room already. I want to say we checked out that small room down there. Worst comes to worst, we'll just have to recheck it again. Because it does say that they are in the Blazing Field. So they're in here somewhere. If we're going to assume that it's not the ones that lead to the temples, then we wanted to avoid the Leo temple, if that's the case, and keep going the quote-unquote normal way, if that makes any sense. Maybe towards the tower entrance could also be a thing. It's also not that far of a distance to check. So we can go ahead and look at that. Memes got jokes. Apparently counted that I actually ended up killing that guy right there. Okay, so it's not here either. There's only so many places we can check before we're actually gonna find this thing. If only it was as quick as the original one, you know? I think there was something over here for sandstorms, but we might have gotten already. Maybe I'm thinking of the Ares temple. We would have came from that way, so if we're at the middle door, this would lead us towards the Oasis, which is probably where this guy's actually going to end up being. Unless I outright missed him earlier, which I don't think happened, but I also could be blind. It's not like they're the easiest things to see by any means. Especially nonetheless within the sandstorm over here, helping the cover it. I believe that area was where we fought one of the original hunts that we did. Hunts, I mean, it's about the same thing. Hunting ground. Anything below here is not okay. I mean, I guess they could be chilling at the Oasis, like one made it to the Oasis and the other one didn't, sort of ordeal. I can see that being a thing that they do. Although at that point, you'd think it would say the Oasis and not, you know, chilling out here. Okay. I guess I'll check out the Oasis since I'm here.
What could it be?
Aha, chest they were trying to hide from me. I see you. That would lead me into the Ares temple. Not exactly where I'm trying to go here. It says in the Blazing Fields. So maybe I didn't go to that baby room at the end, otherwise. And let's see here. Quest, you know, just make sure I'm actually reading this right here. It is marked down. Look for you at the Blazing Fields. I mean, that's about as ambiguous as you can get, considering there's, you know, like a million different locations in here, but yeah, sure. Trying not to reject everything, trying to not backtrack as much as possible, but they're not exactly giving me much of a choice here in doing so. It is nice to know that I wasn't, like, tripping on that chest and the game didn't actually break. It showed the wrong chest in the wrong location, which is almost just as annoying, but at least I know that I'm not tripping there.
Stay alert.
Oh, it's gonna count as a surprise attack. Well, you're gonna do like 0 damage anyways. It doesn't matter. You're just wasting time at this point. You think just running into enemies this week would insta-kill them, but unfortunately not. Really don't care what mana and whatnot we use here, because I don't think any of these fights within this area should realistically be an issue for us. I mean, I guess we didn't check towards the Leo Temple, although, okay, I clearly slapped that one, but alright.
Focus on the battle. Let me help.
Like, none of these fights should realistically be an issue for us. And really, at this point, the only area that we haven't tried is leading towards the Leo Temple, although it says in the Blazing Fields, well, I guess everywhere leading up to the room that isn't the Leo Temple, I guess would be considered a part of the Blazing Fields. But if that's the case, you think they would get more of a hint, like he was headed towards the Leo Temple or something like that, in which case you'd have a better idea of the actual path they want you to go, rather than just check, you know, like 20 different locations. Okay, well, we checked through here. I guess we'll keep checking maybe towards the beginning where we originally found the first one. I don't know why that would be the case. I'm assuming it's something where we have to look on the ground in order to find what we're looking for here. Similar to like how we had found the original bag there. I'm gonna imagine it's actually on the ground too, and not on one of these platform-esque areas, because that'd be kind of just a weird location for it. I mean, maybe at the very beginning, that would still be a weird location too. Alright, I mean, I guess in theory it could be back towards the Sagittarius Temple. Why that would be, I don't know. So, like, that's not the first area I'm thinking of checking. We could teleport all the way over to the Leo Temple, go back from the Leo Temple, and see if they actually spawn then. That could work. What a strange way of making the quest. Of course, that makes sense. Yeah, the blazing field, not right next to the temple. Why would you want to say that? Harmony is not welcome here. Don't touch me. Alright, well, what are you gonna do about it? You can barely take care of your crops. How are you gonna defend yourself, Holmes?
I'll give it my all.
We gotta do something. Oh, we gotta be the knight in shining armor, of course. Well, I don't suppose you're gonna allow me to one-shot your behemoth there. Not that he exactly has any HP to begin with, only 8k, that's enough. Yeah, probably another one of those of I was supposed to do this fight earlier, although it never gave me the option to because I didn't pick the quote-unquote correct class to actually, you know, do so. I should just kill off this little pet here, I would think. Yep, you did.
Let's see.
I guess we'll provoke. I mean, it seems like we're so overpowered for this quest at this point that it really won't matter what we do. But, you know, may as well bully him. Feels good to be overpowered for once. There hasn't been too many times in this actual one where we've actually been overpowered. I guess we can slow hit him. Slow hit into haste, and then he really shouldn't be able to do anything. Was I scared against you? I think it was just neutral. Alright, so if you're Earth, then probably we want wind damage is the thing. Ah, of course, Crystal Break, here we go. The actual reason that you get the Harnesser class. So that way when you have a useless unit, you just pass off all the good stuff to your other demons. And if our assumption is correct, because he was using Earth magic, then we should be able to potentially get some supplement, which we did. Now, if we could get a fierceness, he might just outright die. Oh no, the cure. I'm just so concerned. Oh man, how am I ever going to be able to out DPS him now? Ooh, with the crit. You'll love to see it. Milady, your knight in shining armor is here, Milady. Thanks for helping. I can deal with one or two of them, but a whole gang. There was literally one guy in a behemoth. My husband shouldn't be long. Thane is your husband? Yes, he is. Well, I have some terrible news for you. We found your husband's belongings, and he was attacked by gnolls. I'm sorry, you're a demigod, right? Yes? See how your harmony causes pain and sadness. Wait, your seeds. Keep them. Our dream, everything is lost. Let's go back to the stage. Alright, you're back at the springs. You know, there's a lot more, like, off-screen death in this game than one might actually imagine. Awkward. Well, I guess I can just exit back to the springs through here. That's glad to see your assistant was, you know, useless. Well, since you're here. And take your time. What happened? Here are the seeds. Is everything alright? Yes, I'd like to focus on this beast you told me about. Very well, it's a diabolical wolf called Glucose. A wolf the size of 2 Dagmars with flaming fur? That's right. You heard of it? No, we already took care of it. What? But without the fire jasmine, the beast is... No, we killed it. It attacked a farmer. Sometimes you impress me, Echo. Well, here you go, in exchange for what you do. They gave us a weapon as well as a crown there. Interesting. I don't imagine you can use any of this. The crown, presumably, you could use. Or not. Wouldn't be a shield. I wouldn't imagine it'd be a weapon for you. I imagine it'd be armor. Okay, so I guess it's not for you then. A crown. It did say a crown, right? I'm not lit. I'm just looking through everything here, trying to find what it was talking about. Enchanted hat. I didn't pick up the enchanted hat, even though it was better than some of my other stuff. That's how much we don't actually use here right now. It was fun for the thief skills and whatnot earlier, but I really don't feel like we actually need thief skills throughout this game, or at least it doesn't feel like they actually benefit it as much as it seems like they should. Really? Nobody can use it? That doesn't seem right. It's not a ring. You think Echo would be able to use it? Maybe just because I haven't picked the last class for him, or at least his sub-job, maybe that's why it doesn't actually work. Did it not look like an assassin weapon and then a crown or something along those lines? I mean, let's check the dirt. I mean, I'm too interested in what it actually ends up being at this point. Alright, so we know it looks more like an assassin weapon, so we can skip past most of these here. I think it was... I mean, it says harnessers can equip this, so maybe. I mean, you'd want this. You'd either want this Akrob one, or you'd want this Lezith one. So far, based on the ones that we actually have access to there. And it looked like it would have been one of those. I guess maybe because my main class is a white mage, so I'm not able to pick up from that type of weapon. So it just kind of exists to exist. Alright then, that's the thing that happened. Glad I did all that. Alright, so we still got the temples. Can we do any more of these while we're stuck doing these? Although the guild refuses to help her, Thora sends the demigods to eliminate noise in the Ares temple. Alright, well this one we can straight up just, apparently just exist in the Ares temple with no actual weather requirements, so I can work with that. Mark that for the time being. We're getting very close to finishing all these side quests. We might actually have the rest of them unlocked now, or at least most of them. Libra temple, can't do that. Wyndham, don't have access to there yet. More Wyndham. Noise in the Earth Country, I believe, is for Arson. Wyndham, Dark Skills 10 times. Ares Temple it is. Pretty sure we have Hunt over here as well, although I believe that one requires the Sandstorm requirement, and then I'm sure it has to be in the correct location as well, which is definitely not going to be annoying to make that spawn. I mean, I guess I could keep flipping through doors maybe until the Sandstorm actually spawns and then go at it from there. Now, I don't know where this noise is spawning. Okay, well, immediately right here. You know, it makes life a bit easier. What do you got here? Something Echo, okay. Well, it seems like you'd be dark, so I don't imagine you would take kindly to slight damage, would you? 5k weakness. Okay. You might have some insta-kill skills, so I'd prefer if you didn't use those. That'd be great. You might resist Physical or Nullify it, but I gotta imagine that the light is still gonna do something. Yeah, you straight up Nullify. Crystal Break should make this relatively quick work for us.
I'm ready.
Now we could go ahead and just nuke them with all our light damage. Good weakness. And even go ahead and slow him here. While it's gonna nullify the damage, we were just looking for the slow.
This ends now.
Which should more or less make sure that we can kill this guy without any real issues. I don't really see any issues from this point based on how much damage he's taken. Like, yeah, yet another quest that seems like I should have been able to do sooner than what I did. But so far, not an issue. Increased physical strength by 20%. If it was magic strength, you know, then maybe we could have been talking, but just physical strength, there's no point in even striking him because it's just going to do no damage. It's just going to nullify it.
Light!
As for you, I don't know. What's something that we think that he won't just negate? As long as it does neutral damage. You absorb ice damage, of course he did, and then that just healed you for an insane amount. And you know what, like Earth, because of course you do. Should have just let my light mage and my defensive handle it, apparently. Ah, well, we nullify dark damage as well, so, you know, that's all good. Just keep defending, I guess, because you're not doing anything. I guess we could have just switched over to Alec at this point, just for him to spam more light magic, which would probably make more sense. But realistically, this guy should be so weak at this point that it won't matter. I don't know. Did we try fire on you yet? Oh, you're also weak to fire. Oh, well, just easy mode. Alright then. That noise was extremely upsetting. It left a sealed letter behind, never opened, or perhaps never sent. For Magter. First we'll reassure the guild Zev, then we'll go and see Magter. Although, while we have access to the sandstorm, I believe there's a hunt in here we gotta do. He's been using his magic to hurt him all over. He's currently hiding in the Ares Temple and only emerges during sandstorms. Well, since it's a sandstorm, we'll go ahead and check it out. If we find anything, cool. If we don't, unfortunate. Alright, you know what? We're not gonna put too much stock into that at the moment. Talk to the Harmonia Guild, sure, why not? Oh, come on. Every time, because it reorients you whenever you go into a new place. Thank you, Demigod. I cannot hear his voice anymore. I can sleep. It wasn't a big deal. I can see in your eyes that you're lying. It was a noise, right? A big one. Thank you for myself and the soul of that noise. Give the letter of the Magter in the Arcton Valley. Okay, so we want to go to the plaza, so then that way we can actually teleport to the correct location. Oh, Dagmar, always shirking when you could be working. Magter, I see you have a new crest, Black Magic. Magter, we need to talk. Black Magic, that's a fascinating field. And Magter, we found this letter, it's addressed to you. Letter I was to say. Listen, you old grouch, I got a favor to ask you. My son wrote this letter. He took his own life. He said he was tormented by the... I'm sorry, I don't need your pity. He writes here about 3 letters he didn't have the courage to send. 3 letters, understood. Contain 3 of them within the fire country. I'm gonna assume that means Blazing Fields, but alright. Well, I don't necessarily want to do that one right now. I mean, if we have to go back to that area, we may as well, but, well, maybe we'll do it. How far are we into this recording right now? Like, almost an hour in? I guess at this point, we can just use it to clearing out some of these quests here. A lot of it's window. Window, find the noise in the Earth Country. Speed answer window. Well, I guess we can go to whatever is quote-unquote considered the fire country. Which I guess would have to be Blazing Fields, right? That seems like it'd make the most sense to me, so alright. Well, if I just slap enough enemies, question mark, it'll be good enough? Like, I don't know. Is there a way to zoom out on the map or something for it to suggest that it would be the fire as opposed to the ground and whatnot? I'm gonna assume that this is considered quote-unquote the Earth country due to all the landmarks around it. I guess that would make this fire. Or presumably over here is gonna be the wind. I mean, they haven't said anything about a water country or nothing, so I'm gonna assume I don't have to worry about that for the time being. Maybe it's through killing enemies, maybe it's through just grabbing things off the ground. It's hard to say because they really don't give me much here. Saying second, third, and fourth letter from in the fire country. I mean, it says from that character though, which makes me think that I'm actually supposed to meet them somewhere within the area, but everything is so vague in this game. It seems like they tried to do it intentionally, which maybe they thought would be fun, but it's more annoying, yeah, at least for me anyways. And the fact that I'm like, well, guess I gotta run through the entire area again in hopes that I actually end up finding anything. Ah, well, there's some red over there, so it appears that we're in the right area. Why do I have the feeling that it's actually gonna appear in some of the temples? Not actually appear in the temples, but appear within the area of the temples, if that makes sense.
Don't underestimate us.
We shall see. Enough to guarantee this one. Ah, we gotta fight for it. Okay, fair enough.
Focus on the battle. I'm ready.
His fear. Alright, first it was an echo, now is his fear. I think it was Earth that we wanted to use on you. You absorb Earth. Awkward. Alright, well. Fire's probably neutral at the very least, I would think. Resisted. Alright, fair enough. Well, we know light works. So naturally I picked dark because, you know. Oh, you nullified and you absorbed dark? Alright, fantastic. Well, you know, going well so far. I'm not really taking this fight seriously because I don't think I actually have to based on the last couple of fights we've had. But you know, maybe they'll prove me wrong here. Maybe just use haste just to quicken ourselves to hopefully maybe make this fight a bit faster and then slow him so that way we get more turns to just pull in. Actually use the light spell this time. And then there's not really anything for me to do in this room. I guess I can provoke him just to say that he's provoked. This room.
I'm ready.
Still down on focus, so I can't supercharge any of my attacks at the moment. Maybe that would have been a nice thing to have, like focus items, where you can just use those on him. Ice, I guess. Did get the supplement. Arrow? And that's probably gonna resist. Nope, you're weak to wind, okay. You wish you were gonna land that. Alright, well, it's nice to have a regular element that we know can actually hurt him outside of the more off base, like light and whatnot. I guess just defend at the moment. You can't really do anything here.
Let me help. Light!
Keep the weakness coming. Go! No fierceness, no nothing. You did lay in the Doom there, but in what world do you actually get that Doom proc off? Like, I just don't see it happening, especially when it's like 5 turns or something like that, too, before it actually activates. Use Crystal Break again, that way we keep your buffs up for the time being.
I'm ready!
And just go ahead and nuke him with more light magic. Omni Tower. That's still only level 2 magic, so definitely seems like yet another fight that I was supposed to do earlier, but we
None
keep
as
pushing
tough
off
as a
the quest.
demigod.
So I guess that's kind of just a result of that. There's a letter crumpled and addressed to Magter. He writes of silent solitude of anguish at the thought of confronting his father. Magter was too hard on the kid, too violent. Like me, perhaps. What? Some actual self-reflection on Dagmar? What? That never happened.
I'm no mood for weaklings.
I guess we can check up here. I would hope that it wouldn't be in the other temples, but this game has always proven to me that they'll do the weirdest of things, so... Just checking the ground as per usual, since gotta look for those. Alright, crystals. So we're at the first teleport. I guess we can check towards the tower entrance because there's not that far to go from there, as per usual. Yeah, I mean, we were just able to kill one enemy and basically just run back and confirm that we cleared the area. So I mean, it's not the worst thing. It's just kind of annoying that you going back and forth through everything. Now, I could just look up every location, right? Like, we could always just do that, but I'd rather find it on my own, just, I don't know, just for me to say I did it on my own. It's not necessarily like a good reason or nothing along those lines, it's just more so to say that I did it myself, if that makes any sense. That would just send me back towards the Leo Temple, don't necessarily need that. That leaves me back towards the original teleport, which I don't need. So we'll keep heading towards the Oasis, which is the middle one here, I think. Yeah. I mean, they might hide the other two at the temples there. I could see that being a thing, although I would hope that they wouldn't. Although it says Fire Country, so I guess in theory, you know, they're covered by the fact that it's still considered within the country, but I mean, you know, come on, man. Sometimes I think you can actually run too quickly and the game won't actually register you killing the noises in the way, in which case that's why you actually get tagged by them more often than you should. We can start from the Leo Temple and work our way back, and then we can start from the Sagittarius Temple, is that right? And then we can work our way back from that one. I would imagine they would all be within the Blazing Field, because that would make the most sense, considering we found one within here so far. Colony Potion, Bronzestone, alright, we can actually kill the ones around this temple now, feels good. Still looking for the actual drops that we're looking for here, which so far is yet to actually come to fruition. It's more or less back where we just were. Looks to be the case. Alright then. Take me to the Sagittarius Temple then. I guess maybe they could hide it in other locations throughout here. That still doesn't seem like it'd be right though. That fire in that location actually makes a lot more sense why that actually exists now that we've seen that the fire ring upgrade actually takes care of it. These guys are actually still all faster than me. Interesting.
Let me help.
Forget if you guys are actually weak to light or not. I want to say yes, but I don't remember for sure. No, you actually nullify it. I knew it had to be something like that. They either weak or nullify or resist.
This ends now.
Alright, so we know you're weak to ice. But Omni is still Omni, so it's probably still worthwhile. Unless it misses everybody, in which case, you know, that doesn't exactly matter.
I'm fine.
And like 0 damage, even for them making us weak to it.
I'm ready. All yours.
Just throw a heal out, just to make sure they can't get anything cheeky off here.
This ends now.
Well, you know, if you actually land the attacks, these guys would be dead so much quicker, but no, you have to go in peace. That's one out of the way at the very least. I did use Crystal Break, so my tank's not really going to be able to do anything here. Although they did attack a lot of people, so maybe the retaliate damage will be enough, or maybe it won't be as mitigated. Of course, you know, we'll never know if they end up missing. Come on, man.
Let me help.
Of course, your light isn't going to do anything. Water might actually work, or maybe it'll be resisted, in which case, either way, it'll still end up killing them. If it's neutral to resisted, as long as it's not nullified or dead.
Don't underestimate us.
That was like the first enemy within the area, but that didn't outright actually die to
Feeling
us.
good.
Get that one die. Ah, because it was a Migme, of course it was. Migmes are still a fantastic farm, though. I mean, 20 SP is probably like maybe 5 to 10 fights at this point. Okay, so if that's the case, and we're not seeing any more throughout the temples here, then I'm not really sure what else they're looking for. Give me Dispel. Or I guess we can check out these other ones first. Omni Evade, Omni Wall, Omni Cast. All single target abilities become multi-target for a turn? Oh, that's absolutely something I want. I still want Dispel first, though. Now I can actually remove regen, and life will be a lot easier. Omni Shell, Omni Dispel. Oh, I could have got Omni Dispel. Gosh. Alright, well, we're working towards Omni Dispel. At the very least, we have regular Dispel for the time being, which will be good enough. I think we actually still want stuff from the White Mage for me. We started working our way up here, but why? For the stat increase, probably. 20 is not bad at all. If we just keep upping your defense, it'll make sure that you pretty much never die. Although I think we need a magic increase just to make sure that your healing keeps up with everybody's HP. Increases by 250, not necessarily what I'm looking for. Generator, 280. Vaccine wouldn't be bad. Reducing MP cost wouldn't be bad. Not really that bad at the moment. Is it actually cheaper just to go this way? No. That costs 250 for just to heal everybody's HP to full. I mean, I guess it's not like it's a bad heal, but our Omni heal that we have at the moment basically does all that we need right there. Alright, replay. That will be interesting if we ever feel the need to use that. Increase stats by 3, by 280, not necessarily. Increase stats by 14, sure. Kind of feel like we want you to have more magic at this point. Like, all of your stats are relatively padded out at this point, in which case, give me the magic. Farewell, deals physical damage before dying when getting KO'd. That's a support ability, which I'm still not necessarily convinced that we need. Increasing stats by 280 is the worst. By 310 is not bad. Just could give you an insane amount of HP. More HP helps with more of your Dark Knight skills, so that wouldn't be bad either. Increasing by 20%. This is just all stat increases outside of auto regen. I don't have enough yet, though. What else would we want from you here? Stats, definitely. There's your mana for all lucky 7s. Cast 1 level 3 magic. It's just too random. I'll probably still end up getting it, but it feels too random. Increasing stats by 14. Well, I do like stats on it, and that's also a cheap upgrade. This is also a cheap upgrade too for what you're actually getting out of it. You're relatively balanced on strength and magic. Your defenses are kind of low. I mean, they're... I don't know. You seem to do relatively fine, those things. We can give you some strength. 3% chance to instantly kill enemies? Sure, why not? Increases everything. Increases one thing by 1, by 2. That's still nothing. I wonder if these actually become active once you get everything within the constellation. I can see that being a thing. That's kind of cheesy, but I mean, I guess that happens. Increases stats 280. Increases stats by 170. That's still overpriced. It's so weird. Some of these things are so overpriced, and then some of them are extremely cheap and actually useful. You're pretty balanced on everything. I mean, if a lot of your stuff is just spamming ores, it's going to be magic, so you don't necessarily need accuracy. If you're going to be a white mage, then we can give you agility for the extra chance of potentially getting heals out before people die, so that seems good enough. Of course, Kaden, of course. Is there anything else we really want in your Hunter set? I mean, 340 increase is not bad. Could give it to you in HP. I mean, you have 900 MP. It's not like you're really lacking in MP. I think we gave it to you in HP. You're not directly right there with our tank, but you're getting closer. As for this quest, at this point, I'm thinking just like screw this quest, but in the fire country, I mean, we could check out this other room in the Sagittarius area, but if it doesn't come up with nothing either, then I don't know, maybe I'll just look it up or something and do it on our off time or something. Because I don't think it will necessarily lead to anything that much more interesting. Maybe we'll get some more backstory, in which case maybe I'll just record that part when it gets to it.
I'm ready.
I don't entirely. You know, you guys are just more annoyed than I want to deal with. Let's just run away from you guys. Like, I just don't care enough about fighting these guys to be worried about fighting them. Aha, there's the second piece. Okay, does that mean we actually have the third piece back at that other one? Or is it still from this way? You know, now I gotta question it all. This failure. Okay, fair enough. How you feel about light damage? Weak to light. Beautiful. You want to happen to be weak to ice as well, wouldn't you? You are weak to knife face. We got the supplement, plus we got the extra fierceness. You have a lot more HP than I was thinking you did. Originally, okay. We'll just go ahead and haste though. I guess at that point I actually could have used, what was it, roleplay? In which case I actually could have used the light magic from our white mage there. So it's kind of like I gave him access to white magic when you look at it that way. We want, I mean, there's always the light hit, right? It's just like a matter if there's something better that we would want, and I don't think so necessarily.
What the?
Ready.
And then we'll go ahead and crystal break so everybody gets their damage up.
I'm ready.
And we still got turns with you. Beautiful. It's looking like we're gonna be able to just wail on this guy at this point. There's really not much you can do to stop us. I gotta have better than like level 1 magic at this point. It seems so strange that I don't. Why don't we try replay just to try replay? And we actually get to choose who actually did it. I was thinking it was going to be based off a turn order, but no, we get to choose. That's actually so good. Because then I can just keep using replay, keep using it on you, and now I've got access to light magic, I've got access to dark magic. That's actually such a good skill. Why is the Chronomancer actually just the best class in this game? Like, Fencer's not bad, but Chronomancer just has so much going for him at this point. Like, actually so much.
Let's see.
Your Crystal Break is still up there. Oh yeah, I could just dispel all of his stuff. Wrecked.
Let me help.
Aw, look at all those buffs you just gave yourself, and they're gone. Good to see the spell is actually working as intended. Yeah, I mean, that was just free. There's a letter from him. It's torn. It's giving Magter a dressing down, never round, never listens. It says he's paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice and disappointing his... Hinolino. Ringing a bell there, Dagmar. Of course, now that I grabbed that one, now I feel like I need to grab the last one because it's literally the last one. And considering we found 2 within the area, that would more than likely mean that the 3rd one is within this area.
Nailed it. I'm ready.
Yeah, I want to fight you guys. You guys are just like too tanky. If I could blow you up immediately, maybe, but it's gonna take a minute for that to happen. So if that's the case, where are we back now? Guess we go back from the Leo Temple and check from there. I don't imagine it'd be within the Leo Temple, so we originally found this first one right here. So if we're gonna assume that... Well, we did get the one for the Sagittarius Temple, then we got this one. So if we're gonna assume that they were following the pattern of this being the farthest one being the Sagittarius Temple, then they put the second one within this area, then presumably the 3rd one would be farther out this way, which would make me think the Leo Temple would be the one that has it. So I guess we can make our way there, but go from the original way going towards the Leo Temple, if that makes any sense. That puts us at the teleporter. We know it's not at the tower, so we can use the middle door, then we can use the far right door and go from there. Oh, of course. Oh, it's gonna count as a surprise attack now because it turned my back. Oh, that's annoying for no reason.
I'm fine.
Oh no, 6 damage. Whatever am I gonna do?
Let me help.
And of course I can't insta-wipe any of you guys because I don't have that. Whatever, just friends. Just let Dagmar do Dagmar things. It's not even worth item. It's like 0 XP. I got maybe like 1 SP out of it. It's just not worth nothing. That one I got 4 SP from, just for walking around and hitting people. So that's hilariously, that's actually not that bad considering some of these other fights where we get like the same amount, but it'll spend like way longer. Figured that was death, but I gotta check at this point. Of course, I have to be a sandstorm right now, although that might actually make it easier to see the thing if that's the case. Alright. Look for any red. Seems like the enemies in this area seem to drop a lot of bronze stone for whatever reason. The Leo Temple is a little strange compared to the other temples, so maybe I'll go in it. I don't know why it would be in this area, but maybe, just maybe. Nah, I had a feeling that was the case. The Leo Temple is weird in that it's like actually used at the time, unlike all of the other temples that aren't. At this point, I guess I'm committed to completing the quest, which means looking through the areas all over again. It has to be in this area. It would be so weird if 2 of these areas, or, you know, 2 of the 3 were found within this area, and the 3rd one was just somewhere else. doing quick checks through everywhere, making sure I'm seeing all parts of the screen here to try and make sure that I don't end up missing one much earlier. So we found one at the Sagittarius Temple. We found one right beneath the Sagittarius Temple, like right before going through the door to get to there. So maybe they have them all clustered within that area, in which case maybe it's actually closer than I'm thinking it might be.
I'm in no mood for weaklings.
She say she had like no time for weaklings, roasted, but also true. So if they would just get out of the way, that'd be great. I don't think I would have missed it if it was directly in front of the temple here, like in front of the door. Doesn't appear to be the case. It's not right there either. Alright, you know what? I'll just look it up and then and then I'll cut that out. Then when we come back, we'll do that fight or whatever. Alright, well, good thing I looked at it, because apparently it's all the way in the Sagittarius Temple. Like, it's actually in the Sagittarius Temple somewhere. Did I not talk to this guy already? I thought I did.
I did say I'd tell you more, but the truth is, there is not much left I can say. After his miraculous recovery, Leonard lost his way in life and somehow became close with Seren, whom he admired. Last I heard, Leonard had settled somewhere beneath the trees of the Owisi woods. I don't know what happened after. I'm curious, of course, but I didn't think it appropriate for me to interfere anymore. And with things as they are now, well, I love the world of harmony we live in, and I don't want to get involved. I've been traveling from temple to temple ever since, offering my prayers as I have been today.
Okay.
I wonder if Leonard found happiness.
We must hope he did. So where to next, Ulan?
I guess they sit there so you can always get the backstory on those guys, maybe? Because I doubt they gave me anything. Yeah, no. Alright, so from what I was reading, at least from what some people were saying, it's in the Sagittarius Temple. Let me just check that. It's actually talking about this room right here, based on what people are saying, at least from the things that I was reading. Why it's in the temple while the other two were in the blazing field? No idea. Oh, we can't insta-kill enemies in this area? Awkward.
I'm ready.
Okay, we'll just go ahead and flee from that then. We gotta be close to insta-killing them, I would think, unless they were really just that high of level. Okay, I instantly got tagged.
Let me help.
Loaded out of a fight just to immediately get hit by one. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? Fine.
Stay
You
alert.
want to be like that so badly?
I'm ready.
Except this enemy set sucks, so I'd rather not. Not like we can't beat them, but... Alright, you know what? Fine, that's better than what was happening right there. Don't even care. The door's actually down this way anyways, from the looks of it, so whatever. That was so annoying. It just kept resetting me into where I would just immediately get attacked anyways. It was like, what's the point? I'm hoping they're talking about the same thing that I was looking at, because it wasn't 100% clear, and I also don't know why it would be in this location, but considering how there's like no rhyme or reason to like half these side quests and where they put things, and it would not even surprise me, sadly. Of course, there it is. Why would it be in this area? Why would it be in this area? It would make more sense if the letters at the end of the time gave you like a hint towards where the next location of letters would be, but they don't, so then you just... I might just look up quests the rest of the time, at least the locations of the things, just to save time, because, you know, I think we had our fun with, you know, looking these up all the time. Like, yeah, no, miss me with that. I don't think I can actually make this jump just yet, which means I have to wait for this thing to take forever to come this way. Although it should already be turned on, so... Yeah, these are already turned on, so it just has that thing turned off for no reason, but whatever. Alright, well, we gotta wait on this to come through. I'm so glad I looked that up, because if I didn't, I would still be looking in the blazing fields, which is really annoying to even think, you know, that why would you put two in one location, and then you're like, oh, I don't know, I'll go to the Sagittarius Temple now. Now, I guess what they were trying to do there was trying to lead you to the Sagittarius Temple by leaving one below the Sagittarius Temple door, then leaving one more or less in front of the temple, and then based off of that, they expect you to go into the temple based off that, I guess. But like, that's so, I mean, I guess it's a thing, but unless you were like the actual dev putting it, why would the logic lead you there unless you had originally been thinking of that to begin with? Like, maybe that's just me, maybe that's me being a smooth brain, but like, like, it's... Oh my gosh, why would you make this so slow? Oh, and now I gotta wait for it to rebound, see? Pain. Pain, pain, pain. Oh boy. Fast and interactive gameplay, baby. Come on, man. Yikes. I mean, like, I don't even know what to say at this point, because, like, we gotta wait for this entire thing to bounce back to then give me enough time to get over to the other location. I was like, well, what if I go back out the room and, you know, maybe it'll reset the thing? And, you know, maybe that could have been a thing. But if it didn't, and it continued on from its point where it's at right now, then we would have to sit through this all over again. So it's like, I guess I'll just... yeah, I'll sit here until this happens. I'll probably just end up cutting this out in the recording and actually just, you know, showing the part where we actually hit the fight at this point, if that ends up being the case, if I remember to do so. Because you gotta kid me with this. That should be the original platform that we got to up here. They really just couldn't allow you to make it with the statue, huh? I mean, I guess at the time it was originally all part of the puzzle that they had set up in this room. But like, oh boy, this, you know, it's something. I don't even want to jump to that, because if I somehow miss and have to wait for this entire ride all over again, oh my gosh. Out of here. Is it right next to the chest? Please tell me it's right next to the chest. I am not falling down there, you gotta kid me. I could have just used that faster one to actually get over here. I forgot that was an actual shortcut. Oh boy.
Let me help.
I don't know, man.
Light.
Pretty sure like 2 absorb it or immune or something along those lines. Yeah, everybody was immune or absorb it or whatnot. Fantastic. Ow. You know, can I just run past you? Is that a thing we can do? There we go. Freeze them in place. Son of a... Oh, don't count it. It's a surprise attack.
I'm ready.
Alright, whatever. You're actually useless in this fight right now. Get out of here. On the ice. Because at least the dude on the bottom will be weak. 3 of them are actually weak to it. Beautiful. At least they dropped the blow it up to where our tank is actually tanking for him.
This ends
Because clearly they can do so. Alright, force. So much freaking HP. Holy, okay. When did you guys get so tanky? What?
Ready.
Alright, well, Crystal Break will help make this a bit easier. It's nice how Crystal Break should actually increase my healing as well, because it increases magic, assuming magic's based off our healing. Or healing's based off of our magic, I should say, in which case that would make far more sense. They gotta be close to dead. One more force, I'm pretty sure we'll take out the 3. The one on the bottom will live, just because it's the one on the bottom. They're just like immune to just about everything. So these 3 should be dead. That guy might... Oh wow, he took 3 whole damage. Woo, got him. 3 whole damage. Oh, tank being useless again. Oh, you don't see it?
All yours.
What a
Here we go.
strange way to go about it. Alright. You're actually not dead? Wait a minute. What do you mean you're not dead? I was so certain it wiped both of them. I was like, alright, well, on to the actual fight here, but no, he was still alive somehow. Is it even farther down than this? Is that what it is? There we go. Alright. Is everybody looking here? We're good, more or less. Okay, fantastic.
Focus on the battle.
This guy might actually be difficult then, if that's the case. Solitude, 85k. Okay, alright. That is definitely something. Well, I don't suppose you're weak to light? May as well try it, right? You absorb light, okay. Well, I guess we have to treat this one like an actual fight, in which case, let's get ourselves set up here. So if you absorb light, are you to dark then, by chance? Nullify physical, resist dark, okay. Nullify light, resist dark, so outside of healing, you're not really doing anything here. Alright, check water. You have haste yourself. Oh, absolutely not. Would it actually work? I've got to try it, right? It does actually work. Wow, so you can just get a free cosmic break. And you are weak to water, so I mean, that just worked out even better. Guess we go ahead and defense freak you. And then we get rid of your haste, because we definitely don't want that. And now we have Omni Shell, so we can actually get ourselves some extra defense on the rest of our people.
Let me help.
Our tank's finally being useful. It only took like, 3 different classes to get them to that point, which is, well, that says something.
Right.
That was supposed to be a heal just to charge up the Cosmic, but now I just healed him. Fantastic. Alright, we're still hasted up at the time, so... And you should be slowed. Or, well, no, you just casted haste, right? Does it actually negate it? No, it just brings me to the point of... It just removes the slow, essentially. Alright, we'll get slowed nerve. We know you're weak to water. Is there anything else we would want to use here? No? Alright, well, straight to water then.
Yeah.
And then we can cast an Omni Shell just to get our own defense up. Our tank is just becoming a buffer at this point. 3 of us are immune, and of course the one that it doesn't cover is naturally our one that actually does the damage here, so let's go ahead and remove that then. Right, now you can actually do the stuff we need you to do, which is probably cast haste again. We have so many buffs going, it's hard to tell what I still have and what I don't have. I think I do need the haste again. And we did get the supplement. You should still be slowed. Yeah, you're still slow for the time being, so get the water out there. We get the fierceness proc. Beautiful.
This ends now.
And keep using your water skills as well.
Let's see.
Our tank needs to cast Crystal Break again, so that way we keep our buffs up on our damage. Doom, excuse you. He casted Doom on my fencer, okay. You remove Doom? You do remove Doom. Alright, well. Healer's doing something. Not damage, but, you know, something. Back the spamming water magic.
This ends now.
Now, it'd be a little more spam if, you know, you actually got your fierceness and your supplement proc off, you know, something all.
Ready.
We have so many buffs going at this point, it's just like, I don't know, is there anything else we really want here? Dispel, do you have any good buffs on you here? Alright, well, get Dispel, nerd. Oh, well, don't haste yourself, what's wrong? I haven't even needed to heal myself, like,
All yours.
he's just buffing himself.
Here we go.
Alright, how many turns we have on haste here? Do we have any turns? We should, or maybe is it just not showing up because we have so many buffs? Nah, there's 2 on there. Are you still slowed? No, because you have haste on you now. So I guess we go ahead and do this. Unfortunately, because we keep doing nullifying damage through the physical attacks, it keeps stealing our focus, so I can't actually build that up anymore. And Dispel, in case that haste is still applied to you. It shouldn't be. It seems like slow actually replaces haste when you cast it on. Now we can actually use Tsunami with our healer here, which I can then use replay on with our shaman or chronomancer, you know, whatever the 4 or 5 job titles he has now. Which will be better than regular magic, I think. I don't know if it can proc awkward. That was supposed to be. I forgot to do replay. I just saw another cosmic break and it was like, yeah, we'll just use that. And of course I just healed him for all the damage I did. Truly genius sometimes, you know? Come on, man.
Ready.
Oh boy. Yeah, Bristol Break, keep that damage out. This is with like 30% damage increase too, and this dude'd still be tanking through some of this stuff. Is there no way I can DPS you faster? Well, I guess there's always the way of Drain, and you've got the HP for it. It feels weird not using our healer for once, but like, he's also not... Like, he's not doing anything. Like, we're kind of just free to do whatever we want here so far.
This ends now.
Let's see.
And then we can throw out another Crystal Break, so that way Alec gets use of it. Not that I think it would actually apply to Drain, but it's there.
Water.
Did get a fierceness proc there.
I'll take you all on.
Hit him with the Drain, assuming it works. It's worked on every boss so far, so I don't know why it wouldn't at this point. And it did. He did do some damage. I mean, other than that, we're fine.
Ready.
You're kind of buff, but not really. I guess we could just give out Shell to everybody again to get our defense back up. Haste, alright, well now we can use a Dispel to get rid of that. Go ahead and haste everyone.
My turn now.
Yeah, we got the Benefactor proc on the one guy that wasn't hurt. That makes sense, but it's this game, so... gonna nullify it, but we also get the weak, get the dispel out of here. I believe it removes everything, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it does remove all of his stuff. Which is what we were looking for, so that's all good. We actually do need to slow you again. Well, we don't need to, but it'd make life a bit easier. We did get the supplement as a result.
Water.
Fierceness proc, beautiful.
I'll take you all on.
We didn't even need a healer for this fight. He just doesn't attack. He's just always buffing himself.
This ends now.
Ready.
Everybody still should have all their buffs. He doesn't have any buffs. Everybody's got that. Like, there's really nothing for my tank to do at this point. I guess go ahead and rebuff Crystal Break, so that way that doesn't run out. Doom, I guess, you know, it makes sense that our Dark Knight would fall for Doom all the time, considering they're so willing to just eat themselves at every opportunity.
Water.
We got the Fierceness into the supplement. He might just be dead here, especially if Fierceness procs again. Oh yeah, he's just dead. Easy mode. There's a letter, it's half burnt. He confessed to his father that he never liked training to be a mage. He says that his biggest fear was becoming a demigod. I can understand that. Right then. Go back to Magner. Fair enough. Take me to the plaza then. And go ahead and talk to Magner. You had the letters? Yes, and I can sum them up. You and I, we made the wrong choice. We forced our children as if they were swords to the point of breaking them, or making them strong. No, Magner, it's time to admit it. We weren't up to the job. Perhaps. So what do we do? Your son still haunts our world. Let's purify his letters and give him the peace he deserves. Dagmar? Yeah. I don't want to hear any more about this. Understood? You shouldn't. Thank you. I'm not asking for your opinion. He deserted his post. He deserted you. He should have been the next champion. It was his honor and mine, so I don't want to hear any more about all of that. Burn the letters at the Sagittarius Temple. Fantastic. I believe people will also mention this, so I'm gonna just look at it at this point, so that way we don't walk around this area for like 30 minutes. Alright, so people are only giving like a general idea on the directions here, so looks like it's up to us to try and find it ourselves here, unfortunately. Because sense of direction, not exactly our strongest of suits here. Don't really want to fight anything in this area, ideally, so we'll just try and stun them out when we get the chance. I want to say it was something along these lines, although it's hard to tell. Say I don't want to fight anything, immediately tries to fight something, not intentionally, but you know, it's just on contact, especially when we get going through the weak areas. I guess I go anywhere where there's a whole bunch of fire, or there's like consistent fire, maybe. Yeah, and hope that the point's in here. I don't know if it's gonna be like a red dot or a white dot. I don't. I saw red and then some said white, but I still wasn't entirely sure of that. So. We know we don't have to wait for that right up here now that I remember that we can actually go that other way. I think we might even be able to just use our statue right here and not have to do it. Yeah. Oh, that's even more annoying that we waited then. I'll just try and check wherever I can check then. I guess I can see some sense in making the area within this room. I don't think it's the case, though. Oh, my gosh. Stop. Nobody wants to fight this. Stop it. Get some help. I ran away, indeed. Get me out of here. Get stunned, nerd. Nope. Alright, well. If that's the case, sounds like we're gonna have to check everywhere in here, which is really not what I'm looking to do. I'm sure it's gonna be like just burn it at the temple. Yeah, of course. Never specific. Everything's ambiguous. Like it just, you know, not everything has to be ambiguous. Sometimes you could just be like, you know, this is what you gotta do to make this happen. And you know, people would be like, oh, thank you. But no, we gotta play this ambiguous game of just figure it out, forehead. Just run the entire map all the time. Checked most of that area. I guess I can check all the way in the other areas to make sure too. Oh, that's so gross. I think some people said southwest as well, in which case I would just be heading more towards any of the area. Or, well, towards the end of it, I guess I should say. I don't know, I guess I just gotta do the terrible old trick and just check every room and hope for the best. This door would take where? Back to the beginning of the area? Yeah, not really what you're looking for. It never sounded like it was the beginning room, so there is that. Is that it? Okay, yeah, that made sense. That's it? That's it. Okay, apparently we burned the thing. We got something for it. I'm gonna assume that it's a staff for Dagmar here. Maybe? Maybe not. Okay, well, I guess we could check in the journal then. Weapons, I didn't even see what it necessarily was, but I think I remember the general outline of it. Should be this one, I want to say. A fervent follower of the Ram God was once assailed by monsters and lost everything. As a reward for his faith, the Ram offered him a tuft of his golden fleece so he could sell it. The fleece was then used to craft this. It can be used by sorcerer, shaman, and black mage. Okay. I'm guessing that has to be of the main class as well, in which case Dagmar wouldn't be able to use it at this point. Although you, in theory, could use it. You can use it. Okay, interesting. That does buff your magic by an insane amount there. 176. I wonder if I could have used that on Alicia. No, because now she's a now she's considered an alchemist, of course. Well, we did manage to complete that quest. Is there anything else we can do in this one, like right now? You know, if we're gonna do it, we may as well make this one like a majority of the quests that we end up doing. Right at the Cancer Temple, miss with that. Libra Temple, don't even have that. Sick person in Wyndham, don't have Wyndham just yet, although I'm sure we could get to it. Noise in the Earth Country. I imagine we can do that one right now, in which case I guess I'll just go ahead and look that one up. Since we're not actually supposed to be bad, it should be in the Grand Canyon, which will make life a bit easier for us. But I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we save first, so that way it makes sure that we actually keep all of that progress, because I would rather not have anything happen. Alright, so it should be Grand Canyon, Broken Bridge, and then it should be like directly to the left of us. At least from the looks of it showed that it should have been. Because it did talk, it should be the Earth, alright? Yeah, Noise in the Earth Country, okay, well, alright, well that looks to be the correct location. However, I don't see the actual spot of it suggesting that we can actually go there to fight the thing, so maybe it's just glitched out or something. Maybe it wasn't the right weather environment. I mean, it's right there now, so I don't know. Did anything actually change? I want to say no, but it's here now, so let's fight it.
Let's do this. I'm ready.
You guys have... You only have 28k HP? Well, definitely seems like one that we were supposed to fight earlier. Unless he's like extremely tanky or something, which doesn't seem to be the case either, so... Pretty sure all your clones are weak to wind, in which case we'll just keep hitting you with wind. It should only go faster once we get Crystal Breakup. Like, unless this guy is one-shotting, we should be just fine. You don't get any bonus to your magics, it's not weak to it, so just cast regular magics then. 4k damage, man, that Crystal Break is really strong when you can actually make use of it. And with wind, we got the Fierceness proc there, and he's dead. Alright, well, you know, definitely looks like what we were supposed to do earlier. Go back to Gil and the Harmony Orchard? Sure, why not? Give me this, Harmony Orchard. I'm starting to think that these ancient noises are the source of the tale of Oriflamme. Really? Is there a link to the one you just killed? Yes, according to the description and legend, I think it was the inspired death. It's a tale that parents like to tell their children when they don't finish their food. The legend says that an angry lion will come and devour you if you refuse to eat. Strange parents, I've never heard of that. At least the children of the world aren't at risk anymore. Rumor has it that two noises are in the region of Wyndham if you want to go and have a look. Oh, fantastic. Two of them in there, you say. Well, we're not at Wyndham yet, so we don't have to worry about that. Do the temples, yes. Anything else? Go to the temple. Yours is go to the temple as well. 2 temples, 3 temples, Wyndham. Wyndham. Use Distillate, Wyndham, use Dark Skills. Alright, so we're basically done with side quests that we can actually do at the moment. So in the next episode, we'll actually go ahead and do either the Scorpio or the Cancer Temple, and then we'll do the other one, and then we'll go to the Wyndham. Something along those lines. Appreciate you guys for watching this one. Hopefully the quests weren't too boring. Hopefully I should be cutting out a good majority of it if I can remember to do so, in which case it should be better for you guys than it was for me. Other than that, appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.